If you are coming through a lot of hue and cry over Mr. Arnab Goswami's arrest and the concern over the press freedom in India, you are certainly falling for an imbalanced plot far away from the truth. In today's episode, I am going to reveal the truth to you and the plight of scores of journalists in India facing threat on India's soil. Right after Republic TV's founder Arnab Goswami's arrest in Mumbai, many political leaders including the Home Minister Amit Shah called it an attack on fourth pillar of democracy. Police arrested Mr. Goswami in connection with an abetment to suicide case where one Mr. Nayak, an architect who designed his studio, and his mother were found dead in May 2018 at their home in Maharashtra. Mr. Nayak's wife said that he left a suicide note in which he blamed Mr. Arnab Goswami for his death. Now, following this whole chapter, political leaders, netizens and citizens are calling it an emergency-like situation while citing attack on press freedom. But why this section talks about press freedom only in few precise particular cases, that is what we are trying to decode. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why allow me to brief you the harsh reality of real journalists in India. In Yogi Adityanath's Uttar Pradesh, a journalist was charged with defamation for exposing poor school meals. Pawan Jaiswal, a reporter for the Hindi language Jan Sandesh Times, was accused of conspiracy to defame the UP government because he posted a video of children at a school in a rural part of the Mirzapur district being fed nothing but roti with salt for lunch. That's the reality for you. Only for this news report, the UP government charged him with defamation. This year in March, journalist M. Karthi from Tamil Nadu sustained deep cuts to his head and a broken jaw and blood all over his body when a group of men beat him with steel bars. Karthi heard one of his attackers saying, "You want to publish news? You bastard, I'll kill you today." The attack took place just hours after an article published by Karthi about splits within Tamil Nadu's leading regional political party AIADMK. The visuals of the injured journalist show how brutally he was attacked. Qazi Shivli, a Kashmiri journalist and editor of the Kashmiriyat, was arrested by JNK police and held in custody at Sadar police station in Anantnag district. He was questioned about his article and subsequent ones on the deployment of new Indian troops in the region. Shivli was detained under the Public Safety Act, which allowed the arrest of people older than 16 years old for a period of 2 years. On August 5, when a media shutdown in J&K, Jammu and Kashmir, was imposed as a consequence of the abrogation of Article 370, his family lost contact with him. Qazi Shivli, a journalist, was in jail for long 9 months. In jail, Qazi was not even allowed a pen and paper even to write his name. That's what the reality is. Not only Qazi, in Kashmir, scores of journalists are facing different charges for their reports. Masraj Zahra, an independent photojournalist, was booked under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act for social media posts deemed anti-national. Pirzada Ashik, a veteran reporter working with the popular The Hindu, was booked for a news item that was eventually proved as inaccurate. The Editors Guild of India has described the police's decision to invoke the UAPA, an anti-terrorism law against Zahra, as a gross misuse of power, saying it is an indirect way of intimidating journalists in the rest of India, rest of the country as well. Another journalist, Prashant Kanodia, was arrested by the UP police in August from his residence in Delhi in connection with a tweet. The FIR accused Kanodia of disrupting communal harmony via social media site. Most recently, Ahan Pankar, a journalist working with Caravan magazine, was allegedly assaulted by a senior police officer in North Delhi and detained for nearly 4 hours while he was reporting on protest against the rape and murder of a 14-year-old girl in the area. Following the detention, the journalist alleged that he was attacked by police Moreover, in August, 3 journalists from the same magazine were attacked by a mob in northeast Delhi's Subhash Mohalla neighborhood while they were reporting on a story related to Delhi riot. It is evident that India is not even safe for journalists. The Press Freedom Report shows the reality. India ranked 142nd in the 2020 World Press Freedom Index. That indeed falls at the risky category. In 2018, alone 6 journalists were killed in India. Let me remind you the names of journalists killed in these few years. Some of the names indeed: Shujat Bukhari of Rising Kashmir, Gauri Lankesh, Achyutananda Sahu of Doordarshan, Vijay Singh, Naveen Nischal of Dainik Bhaskar, Sandeep Sharma of News World, etc. The list of the journalists who are killed on India's soil is long, including both reported and unreported cases. The harsh reality is that journalists are nowhere safe here in India. The ministers and political leaders suddenly started talking about press freedom. Will they ever talk about these real journalists who are being jailed, tortured? Many are killed for their stories and for being journalists. Ladies and gentlemen, in Decoding the Truth show, that's all for today. We'll keep reporting all those issues and we'll bring facts and reality for you. For all these things, we need your support. We need your support because we run independent and fearless journalism. That's it for today. We'll be back with another episode in the next week. Thank you so much and keep watching Decoding the Truth. And yes, do not forget to subscribe the channel, like, and please share your opinion on the issue.